Okay. Let me get everything ready. I think today we have to make fission fuel. I've made a couple changes. I realized that I could not make it through this room because I had made a head-high wall going all the way through it. So I at least put this in the ground for right now. I think I can put it one layer, but there is a farm down there and I don't remember how deep it is. That's a little bit of a thing I'm gonna have to think about. I think I have enough distance to make it work. We'll see. I also learned that the design I'm using to create the reactor does not give me enough size to put in the safety features to stop it from going critical. Welcome in, Nobi. And because the reactor does not have enough size to put in sensors to make it not go critical, I need to expand it before I use it, I think, because I've heard very bad things happen if I break the barrel of nuclear waste. Unless maybe I can pump it somewhere. I guess I could probably pump it if I really need to. I found out why I couldn't get water out of the tanky last night as well. Mechanism, what is it called? Turbine? Turbine port? Valve? Is there a... Let's make a little valve real quick, because I think I need a turbine valve to get power out. I actually don't fully understand how this works. I take this, put the valve in. Okay. Yeah, so that lets me pull power out. Oh, I learned how this guy works. The digital miner. I apparently can set it to mine certain items, and then it'll just mine it. And so I can just tell it to pull items. It sucks a lot of power down, but then it'll just mine the items I told it to mine. So that's pretty cool. So everything else should be good. I need to expand this, I believe, to fit what I need it to fit. That is my mine shaft. I did not realize I was so close. Interesting. So I have a way into the mine shaft from here, and I've made a hole to the surface. Which I also didn't know existed. Let me grab some glass. Actually, it's faster to go up and down through this hole. Now that I think about it, I have stairs. Let me grab Steve as well. You follow. Glass. What if I just leave this open? This is actually kind of convenient. Like, obviously, I need to stop monsters from coming in. But this does seem fairly useful. I also have this. Maybe I just use this to get up. I didn't imagine that my base would get so... or it would connect to itself down here. So we need to work back from nuclear fuel, which I don't remember what it was. We need... Fissile fuel. Fissile? I need a chemical oxidizer? No, I need a centrifuge. Okay. So let me make a centrifuge. Jesus. LSD, why do you gotta do these things? I'm, oh, so LSD, I have found there's a way you can make the reactor safe. However, the design I'm following is too small for me to make it safe. So do with that as you will. I need this. An isotopic centrifuge. Isotopic centrifuge, which requires... I'm just gonna make 2 of these. Oh, we need these. Can we? I'm out of whatever that was. Oh, we've got one. Thanks for the head pets. Okay, so we need the centrifuge. Then we need a chemical infuser? Chemical? Can I spell? Chemical infuser. Which also requires a tank. Maybe I should just make a few of these. Chemical infuser. We have pressure. Pressure? Make some pressurized tubes. Just in case. I heard a strange noise next to me. Don't know how much I want to look. We have a lot of mechanical pipe. Okay, that's good. What did I hear? And then I guess we just start putting things together. I have a nice little Imgur post on this somewhere. Okay. Oh, also, fun fact. My base has expanded far enough that I ran into my mining tunnel. So now there's a shortcut into my basement. Isn't that just nifty? Isotropic centrifuge. We're gonna keep this like maybe 3 away. That's power. Maybe we'll make it 2 away. We do need to power it. So how do I want to do this? We'll put it maybe like here. You know, I don't need to stand here. Okay, so we have a centrifuge. We're gonna need universal cable, which I've conveniently put away. And then this requires, so this will pump out fuel. So I should probably actually take this tank. Not cast a fireball. No, how do I cancel this? Beautiful. That was a tome teleport. It would have teleported me above and I would have had to walk all the way back down. Oh, I need a way to disable that or something. I keep the key to cast is right next to the key I'm hitting to do other things. And so I keep accidentally hitting it. Okay. Because B for backpack and it's V for magic. We take our tank, we put that here. This and maybe pressurized pipe. Does that connect? Only to the bottom. Noted. So put this here, put that there, put the pipe here. I don't need these two. You can unequip your tome. Oh my god, you're right. Oh, that saves me so much headache. I use the spells on accident more than I need to. I don't think I've ever actually purposely needed to use the spells configurator. So this is how I can set this. So I can, you know, hotkeys are other problems, but we can deal with those problems more easily. So we're gonna put this to pull, and this to push. So this should pull input into here, and this tank needs to be full of whatever comes out of it. So this is the front, and this is the left, which is set as an input. We need to set this as an output. And I don't recall what comes out of this. If this is a tank for gas, then we're going to set this to none. And we're going to set gas out. Okay. So that does that. Now we need to get our chemical infuser, which we will also put here. Steve, I'm sorry, you're grounded. Okay, it appears the rotation on this is rotated in a direction I didn't want it. We need to put our cable down. It's gonna be our power. So this should input whatever comes through this into here. I'm gonna assume it's a liquid or a gas, maybe? Chemical oxidation. Oxidize uranium cake into uranium oxide. I should go back to the fissure field and see what I'm looking at working with. Fissile? Steve banished the Shadow Realm. Oh, I found out how to use the original Steve! He's actually incredibly useful if I can power him. That's the problem. He's kind of hard to power. I can tell it to mine a certain item. Like for this, I could say I want you to run mechanism. And then I tell it the maximum and minimum height on the world so it doesn't mine my base. And then I start it. And then it just starts mining every mechanism item that's in the chunk. Easy peasy. So Steve is not as useless as I expected him to be. So back to fissile fuel. So we're getting a gas out of it, but we are getting fissile fragments into it. So this is an item being exported. And if it's an item, then we need a different pipe. We don't need pressurized. We need mechanical as liquid. We don't need either of these pipes. They're both wrong. We need to go up and cheat because I don't remember. I think I'm using a different mod for item moving because it doesn't make the item spawn. The mechanism pipe shows the item floating through, and because it shows the item floating through, it causes lag and bulk. Which for this wouldn't be an issue, but for other things might be. So we're going to use cable from refine. Oh, cable is... No, that won't work. Because that's for the computers only. It's called, like, item transport. Transport? Logistical transport. Take some of that. We take our universal cable. We will need... I don't think I need a turbine valve. I think I have them all. Chemical infusion. We have a chemical infusion. We have the oxidizer. I think we need an enrichment chamber. I don't remember what the enrichment chamber is for. So we're just gonna keep it on our inventory just in case. That's kind of wild. You're welcome to join in if you want, Nox. Although this is gonna be my entire day, is just making this fuel. So we take our logistics pipe, and so that's gonna send the item from here into here. Chemical infuser. So we go back to our fissile fuel. which is made using uranium hexafluoride. From here, this is what the chemical infuser's for. We need uranium oxide and hexafluoric acid. One side is going to come from an item, the other side is going to come from a giant conveyor belt of like 6 different ingredients. Which side is which? I do not know. Uranium oxide sounds like it's... Oh, LSD, why do you gotta do these things? Hydrofluoric acid? I think hydrofluoric acid is the complicated side, and I think uranium oxide's easy. We're gonna click on it, we're gonna cross our fingers. This takes yellow cake uranium. Chemical oxidizer. We need 2 chemical oxidizers? One second. What's happening here? Uranium. Uranium. Hexafluoride, right? Hexafluoride. What's the difference in these two? Liquid and standard. We're gonna use standard. Don't worry about it. FBI, open up. Oh. I see. I somehow loaded my thing and it made me lose my spot. How wild. We're gonna find it again. The 2 machines are ready to go. At this point, we just need fuel, and I think I have a guide that goes over how to make the fuel. Chemical infuser. So, chemical infuser, and then we need 2 things. What is... Everything's abbreviated and I don't know what anything stands for. We need a CDC and a CO. This one is a chemical dissolution chamber. We're gonna copy this because we're gonna need it. We want the other one. The other one's easier. We want this one, which is a chemical oxidizer. Do I have 2? Let me make my... It was cobalt. Thank you, LSD. Really, you're the real MVP here. I don't know what I'd do without you. What was it? Chemical oxidizer? Or as a personal chest? I know many things that amount to nothing. You know, that's fair. I feel like most people don't know many things. So I think you got a leg up on your competition. We got this chemical oxidizer. I actually don't know the order of this stuff. It's faster for me to go down the stairs. So we're gonna use the stairs. That ladder's so slow. Maybe I'll make an elevator. Besides the power on this. Yep. So here, and then we get our universal cable. There we go. We have power now. But they still are many things. Exactly. Knowing things is half the battle. Forgetting your trauma is the other half. Lamau low-key. It's a detriment because I have no specializations, which is a pain. You know how you get specializations? You know things, and then you dig deeper to know them better. You're welcome. That's life advice. ADHD makes that so hard. You know what else is so hard? Never mind. Next question. Chemical oxidizer. And then from here, we use our enrichment chamber and our lack of wall space. That's not even an enrichment chamber. You can't lie to me, game. I want it facing this way. I want to look at it. Where did it go? Am I blind? Here he is. Universal cable, and then we're gonna expand this wall. We're gonna put cobble back in because I'm not digging this out by hand. Oh no, not the oil. Who put crude oil in my basement? That's like seal it? Am I done with crude oil? Can I do anything with crude oil? Can I like refine this? And make a good thing or a bad thing into a good thing? I know if I swim in it, I die. I don't think you can climb out.
I never learned how to read. Don't question how I am reading this message to you now. To those who dare question me, I will pretend you don't exist.
Chemical oxidizer. So this is outputting a fluid of some kind. Yellow cake uranium. So what was... This was uranium hexafluoride. Then uranium oxide. So this is... At mech. Uranium. Can I spell it? Uranium oxide. So it is a gas. So we need a pressurized tube. Please don't say it has to come on a different night. We're gonna leave that there for now. Pressurized tube, and then from here we are creating items. So we take a logistic pipe, if I can find one. Put that here. There we go. This gives us the gift that is the ability to refine something. Uranium ingot. I need to refine ingots. Let me start that. And then on this side config, we're going to eject a gas out the left. I think. No, that's power. So that's the output? No, that's a square. 1 second. We're cooking. Done. We need the back. There we go. So now that'll output gas into the infuser. We need 2 outputs of gas. And then this is going to refine it into fuel. So we need that. Now we need a CDC, which is from this. We need chemical dissolution chamber. Mechanism. Chemical dissolution chamber. This is the most complex recipe I have ever made in Minecraft so far. Let's go ahead and do some refining. I love too much and can't choose just one thing. You know LSD? Eventually you do have to choose one thing. You don't have to choose one thing, but you should choose certain skills that you enjoy. Or else you'll never advance and get good at things. We need these, and these are expensive. We can make red circuits, I think. Like 5? That was 6, but close enough. And we make these. And we're out of the blue thing, unfortunately. Is these, which is alloy and diamond. Alloy? Diamond? We're gonna make a lot of these. We're gonna enrich these. We're gonna grab our uranium. Maybe not all of it, but we will grab a large quantity. I think I can refine it here. I cannot refine it here. Can I enrich it? How do I do this? I thought I could double it. Maybe I can't. What do I do with it? I just like slap it in a furnace? We're gonna turn this off in case I need to panic and pull everything out. Uraninite. I don't recognize uraninite. And I need uranium ingot. We're gonna circle back to this in a moment. Because we need these. Rude. I was gonna ask how difficult understanding the mechanism mod is, but most of mechanism isn't that bad. The majority of mechanism is pretty easy for the beginner stuff. It's the late game stuff that gets very complicated. And so as long as you're not doing that part, it's really not bad. I'm out of half of this. I need more of that alloy. I need this. So this is diamond with enriched obsidian. Can I enrich it? I have one. Refined obsidian dust. We'll make 6 more in here. Then we'll take our diamond out of here. We'll put it in here. And refine as much as we can. Welcome in Lentivity. I think that's how you pronounce your name, right? Like I said, you're more than welcome to join in if you want. You just have to let me know, because there is a whitelist. I'm smooth brain. Nox, most of it's really not that bad. We got that. Let's get the rest of our enriched stuff made since we're already here. I think we can make the rest of this into it. Okay. I don't know if I needed that, but we're making more. Okay. So now we have our next machine. We're going downstairs. It's called the Power of Will. Exactly. You just think really hard and stuff happens. That's like the extent of my life. Okay, so from here, this needs to output to that. How do I get power here? Maybe underneath. Maybe I could have powered all of these from underneath and it wouldn't be hideous. So from here, we have to put fluorite and sulfuric acid into this. This recipe scares me to look at. I would like you to see this. This. Wow. Look, behold! The recipe! I can't share it. My display's not set up correctly. Well, I could probably figure it out. Joke's on you, I'm not actually following a recipe. I'm just putting machines down and plugging things in because it pleases my brain. Overestimating my walnut brain's ability. Nox, it's not too bad. A lot of times you can find guides that explain things. If you've figured out how to stream, you can figure out how to make a nuclear reactor. Easy peasy. Someone's made a tutorial somewhere. Just don't tell the FBI. Behold the void. Exactly. That was just the void. That's my brain's end goal. Okay. Well, we got that. Chemical oxidizer. This is gonna pump into there. So we go back here. And this was hydrofluoric acid. Is the path we're working on. Hydrofluoric fluoric. So from here, we have our chemical dissolution. We got to put our fluorite in one side, which I made one on accident earlier when I was figuring out what I could do with fluorite. And sulfuric acid. So this is going to pump out hydrofluoric acid, and hydrofluoric acid is I think a gas. For some reason, oh, I guess a creative fluid tank holds liquids and gases. So that means pressurized tubing. Set this up as an output to ensure that we do not run anything backwards. Do we run power underneath? Cool. I guess I didn't have to make this look like an abomination for power. We're just gonna clean this up real quick. And then we're gonna put a cobble here to cover my mistakes. There we go. Now the power line doesn't look quite as hideous as it did a moment ago. It was our last brain cell giving up. No, you can't do this. I needed you. This nuclear reactor isn't gonna blow up the mountain by itself. Pouring one out for the brain cell? Yeah. The little guy, he didn't deserve it. Okay. So, back here. Hydrofluoric acid. We're gonna have fluorite coming in. Do I just make a chest? Wait, you know, I have the technology, guys. We can do this right here and now. Well, we'll do it better later. But for right now, we go for our logistics transport pipe. We set this as a push and this as a pull. And now this is our fluorite chest. Then we need sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is both a liquid and a chemical. I don't fully understand this. I'm just gonna assume we're not using the liquid version. And oh boy, does it need two things to create it. We need water vapor and we need sulfuric trioxide. That's a chemical I've thought about once, probably. Question, what's the ultimate goal? Two things. One is Steve takes an enormous amount of power. So much so he has sucked all of my power dry. And I'm currently out of power. We're gonna stop him for a moment and let our power heal. So step one is power, but step two is the nuclear waste can get converted. Which let me show you. What is it called? Storage. What is it under? I can make very cool things. I know we're gonna cheat. We're gonna look at we're not cheating, but we're gonna look at the guide. Mechanism. But how this works is at a certain point I can make late game gear, which might be under mechanism advanced. I said I was gonna cheat. I'm just as lost as I was a moment ago. Thought I was in here. Free osmium, that's cool. Trust me, it's definitely in here. It's not in here. There's some late game armor that is not steel. What if I just say chest? Oot. Here we go. There's late game mecha suits. And the mecha suits require plutonium pellets. And if you would look here, that to make a plutonium pellet, I need plutonium and water. To make plutonium, I need nuclear waste. So, the fission fuel will create nuclear waste, and then I can convert that into late game mecha... what is it called? Mechanism items. So right now our main goal is that we can get power, but our next goal is the waste it's producing. However, this should give me a lot of power. So back to what I was doing. Sulfuric acid. We need water vapor and trisfloric oxide. It looks like the water vapor is going to be a lot easier, so we're going to go with that side. Make water vapor, we need a I don't even know what that is. I also found a way I can get a lot of water really fast. Wait, is this even mechanism? Oh, it's not. It's the name of the type of technology. Condensate. Right there. Okay, we found him. We're gonna make that. We're gonna make a sink, and we're gonna have an infinite supply of water. Fun fact: if you make a sink, you don't need an infinite water source, but you can also suck water out of it. Check this out. I have an infinite sink pumping my generator stuff, which is also... it was powering a gas generator, but I need to maybe dump excess so that I can continue fueling this. Okay, so we need this. Need that. I'm kind of worried I'm gonna run out of ingredients halfway through building this, and it's gonna be kind of sad. We don't need a block of redstone. I can probably empty that. Chemical pipe. We're gonna put that away. Put this over here for now. I already made this, yes? Okay. And then we need a sink. And the mod was cooking. I need a bucket of water. Oh, I can make a bucket of water without even going outside. I've advanced past the need to go touch grass. My God. What has science made me into? Tell that to Steve, the gas guzzler he is. He actually runs on he runs on, I said oxygen, wind. Technically, to make wind, you need air of some kind. What was I doing with this? Water? Yes. So we grab a sink. We slap that bad boy down. We take our rotary, whatever this thing is, we put that here. Grab ourselves some mechanical pipe. That sounds right. And then we tell it to suck. So step 1, pull. Now it's sucking. Now from here, we need to input fluid on the left side, which it did not. We'll figure this out. Push. Do I even care? We're gonna put this back to that. Input, output. Does it even matter? I just need to get water in you. Energy? None. Input dark red. This is dark red. That is dark red. Do I need to power it first? 1 second. So let's go grab our power line for just a moment. This is temporary, guys. So don't tell OSHA that I didn't put a power strip cover over this. We plug that in. Does this accept water now? No. Output blue. Input output purple. How does one get water into this? Is this the right tool? Am I wrong? What does this do? We need, what is the fluid? We need, wait, did I skip a step? I need water vapor. Water vapor. Requires this. Rotary condensator. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Am I putting it in wrong? Water goes on this side. And then water vapor comes out. Is this backwards? Oh. Fascinating. So that's generating water vapor. We take this and plug it in here. We set this as a output. Actually, I don't even need to do this. We're gonna leave it as is. That's water vapor, right? Okay, so we have water vapor in here. I don't know if I just disabled it. This is bottom, this is the back. Left. Pressurized is a square. Mechanical is a nothing. When I say that, I mean these have little symbols on them. So this is the back. We need to output gas in the back. That's pumping out. We go in here, and this should be a nothing. We need to input gas, which it is set to input. We are not inputting anything, though. We have water vapor. What if we just flip this until something happens? Nothing has happened, guys. My plan has backfired. Do I have to, like, do anything with this? Transport config. Strict input off. Input red. What is this? What does the water vapor get used for? 1 second. Pushes on speed dials we speak. Nox, you can't do this to me. They said I couldn't get any more violations. And that was at lunch. So I was getting sulfuric acid out of this machine. Sulfuric acid. So, we're using a chemical infuser. Water vapor comes in on the right. And that's orange. Which this one's blue. So we need a blue input. Extra? How does this work? This is working. Why don't you want to work? Use types. Pigments. Gases. That's an input. What if we count as an item, maybe? We'll set it to blue. Is there a blue input? Do I have to come back to this? At the end of the day, we are creating water vapor. Now to the next thing we need sulfuric trioxide. This is the most confusing recipe I've ever done, so if this is tainting your view of this mod, do not think of it that way. Okay, so we need sulfur trioxide, which requires a chemical infuser. I just put a chemical infuser down? Oh, that's a chemical infuser, I see. We need 2 chemical infusers. And we're gonna get some fluoride. Fluorite? Not the stuff for your teeth. Fluorite. So if I take the fluoride, which what is it? Why does it not show up? I take this and I crunch it down. I make a powder and then I enrich it. And by enrich it, I mean yeah, I do enrich it. I thought I had to compress it. And then that makes the rocks that it wants. Oh. Okay, so now we have some spicy rocks. We're gonna need those. We're gonna need... Save that for later. Mechanism. Chemical... I lied. We're going back to this immediately. Chemical infuser. Chemical infuser. We need 2 of these. And we have run out of ingredients. Why am I out of everything? Osmium redstone. Noted. Osmium. And then enriched. Enrich. Am I dumb? There we go. We need 8. Put this over here. Put that over here. That'll make us our 64 green things. Take these. Put them over here. And then once this completes, we can get our recipe. There we go. And now we make our second chemical infuser. It doesn't fit in the same spot. I might not have needed... Oh, I did need one later. I made a mistake. I did not need one for... I did not need 2 for the next step. But I do need one way later. So, it's a shortcut. And we're gonna call it on purpose. So chemical infuser, we stick this right here. We're gonna connect it to our nice little logistics system we've got here. This is still not doing what I want it to. That's cool. And we need, this is all gas, so we're gonna stick a gas pipe, so pressurized. And then from here, we need 2 ingredients. More water? 1 second. I need oxygen. Oh, I need an electrolytic separator. I just set one up upstairs. We're gonna suction off this, I think. We're gonna work vertically. Oh, how much of an oopsie am I gonna be in when I mine through other surface spots? Let's find out. So far, so good. This one's gonna be our big oopsie, though. Yeah. Luckily, I have some glass on me, so we're gonna patch this up, and no one's gonna be the wiser. I don't want to do this. I'm just gonna make a flat wall for now. I'm not feeling being super artsy about it. There's video evidence? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I delete my video afterwards. You'll never know. We have... So we need to run water up and then over. We have to separate it. And that's going to be a little bit of a process. Oh, we're going to put our fluoride in here now too. That should be coming into here, right? This needs to input, I guess? What is a basic logistics pipe? There's no item, okay. So this is our input for items? Question mark? It did connect. Input. So it's connected. It's just not given that chest the suck. Hole. We're gonna set this just to default. There we go. We're giving it the suck. Hole. That should be good. So that's putting fluoride in here, which we need. Transport config. That's gas. I don't think that was left. Should I be keeping track of what front is? Does it tell me? Blue. Side config. Left. Input. None. It didn't change the connection. None. This also did not change the connection. What if? There should be an input. This is an input. This is an output. This is set up wrong. Why can I not put water in here? Everything else looks correct. I need to do something special? Pressurized tube is a square. So this is either the back, the front, or the right. Maybe I should be paying attention to what side this is going on. Maybe I should make them all uniform direction. Output. Back is output. This is back, right? Okay, so that's back. That's input. This should be an input. Okay, this is gonna haunt me later, but we're gonna deal with it. Are you doing science stuff in Minecraft? Yes, I'm attempting to make my first fission reactor. We'll figure this out. I need an electrolytic separator. I need to make oxygen? Yes. Mechanism, electro. Welcome back. Do it in real life. I've heard the government doesn't like you doing it, but I'll give it a try. That'll be tomorrow's project. Okay, so we need an electrolytic separator. We have some pipe. Big words. I don't understand. And also tired. Just got finished with raids 2 hours ago. Raids? You talking like Final Fantasy or something? And then we're just gonna put this on the wall. This is our high quality placement of machinery. We're gonna take our mechanical pipe, which I should have, yes. Take this, make it a output. That comes into here. We don't have power. I have realized my mistakes. Didn't run power under here either because I just didn't think I would use it. That. Okay, so now that's powered. Take this. We're gonna dump excess hydrogen. No, we need to save it because we can use it for more power. We will dump excess for now because we do not want it yet. We need to take our mechanical pipe and we need to run that all the way over here. This is going to be big sad because it's going to look really ugly. But run this up. We're going to make it above head height so that I can stand on stuff. Maybe even one more. I'm feeling the ability to navigate through this pile of things will be important later. So we'll run that up here. And then across. How high is this? Okay, so we get that in here. Then this needs to fill up with oxygen. And if I pick the wrong thing, I'm going to be big sad. So we're just going to dump it. And it makes me big sad because this is very useful for fuel. And this needs to be an output for oxygen. So side config gases. There's going to be an output. Which one was light blue? That should eject, right? Side config. Oxygen is a gas, right? Yes. I'm a Viper in my raid group. Wait, what's a Viper? I don't know what that means. Pull? We have oxygen. Up is an output. Am I wrong? Fluids config. Oh, I used the wrong pipe. Guys, I'm dumb. The top is for gas. I was correct. The mechanical pipe is not for gas. I need pressure pipe. So, we will do that here. There we go. We have oxygen now. I'm gonna run out of pressurized pipe. That's okay. That'll plug into here. We're gonna make this one way. Now we have oxygen. We're gonna set this to now dump excess so that we at least build up hydrogen because that's gonna be useful later. Double sword DPS, I think. Or what? I actually don't remember what I said. I'm not gonna lie. So we take this. This needs oxygen, right? Yes, we need oxygen. So site config gases. Top is going to be an input. I don't know if I put that on the right side. Hopefully it doesn't matter. We're making this. Oh, it was the right side. Okay. So here's our oxygen. I should make a tank for this. But I will do that later. Isn't this beautiful? This is like art. So we have water coming into here. We're making steam. This should be going into here, but for some reason it doesn't feel the need to listen to me. I have the wrong pipe. Pressurized tube. It started raining and I thought I heard like leaking gas next to me, and I don't know what explodes and what doesn't. So that obviously raised some red flags in the back of my mind. One's which? What if we unplug this? We're gonna make a mental map of this. We have 3 pressurized tubes. One of these will disappear when I break this. It was this one. So this is our input. And we're gonna set this to none. Well, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You don't think this looks kind of cool? This tube could look better, but I'm working in Minecraft here and everything's got to be square, so like you can't nitpick too hard. Okay, that was weird. My Twitch wasn't showing your stream. Had to fully close the browser. That's wild. Do I have encoding options? Hopefully it's not like super gnarly to have to run. So, what am I hearing? This is running. Come back to this. This should output, which we don't have anything to output. Okay, so we'll keep moving. This is what we're working on. We now need sulfur dioxide. Now we need a chemical oxidizer and sulfur dust. You know, we could actually probably make this work right now. If we really wanted to. Let's grab our whatever I just said. Chemical oxidizer. Oh, it wasn't just you. It wouldn't show a different stream either. It was on my end. Oh, that's weird. I've had that happen a couple of times, and I don't understand why. Like, it's even... What makes it weirder is I'll be able to access other sites just fine, but Twitch just, like, struggles to exist. Chemical... I've never understood why. Barrel. We're gonna make this guy real quick, and then we also need... Are we running out of cable? We're gonna make one extra little tank here. We're gonna want this. Crystal cable. What else did I want? Sulfur? I think I have sulfur in here. Sulfur dust. Is that what I need? Sulfur dust. So I could, right now, I could start the fuel creation process. Yeah. Oh, add, hold the thought. Please. Papa Bezo does what he wants. He wants money, and then he says, no, 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 no service, only money. I get it. We put this here. We add to our spaghetti of cabling. Chemical oxidizer. This needs to oxidize BOFA. We'll come back to this in a moment, but this should give us something in here. This is gonna put out sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide appears to be a gas, so we will use a pressurized tube. We're gonna go here, and the output is going to be on the back. Let's bring sulfur dioxide into here. I think. Go to side config. I don't remember what side's what. Gases. We're just gonna see if we can set this to input. I don't understand how this works. Okay, so we have sulfur dioxide coming through. I'm a BIRB! When did this happen? BIRB, my brother. Thank you, Noble. Oh, okay. We're doing fission as a bird. I see no problems with this. It'll be a-okay. Oh. We're gonna make sure nothing comes back. I don't think anything will come back. This is a gas. We are pumping it as a gas. So, side config. Gases. This is, okay, so right now left is set to, I put it to input. What side is the front? Guys, I'm struggling. I'm full of, I have birds everywhere. It's a calming stream, so BIRB seems right. You know, that's not a bad thought process. Agent. How many inputs can I input? This is an X output. This is gonna be input only. Where we're basically we're trying to prevent any mistake from causing a problem. We're gonna get this so we can see it. We're gonna now mess with this until this disconnects. That was an input, nothing happened. That was something. I think it was an output. Nothing happened. So the front's that direction, I think? Top. That is definitely not the top. Gases, left. Front. Oh! Something happened. Okay. We have sulfur dioxide. We're making sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide needs to... Wait, what side was that? That was the front. So that's the left is an output. That goes into here. Am I doing this right? This is supposed to be connected here, isn't it? No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's happening? We're going to turn this off for a moment. Because I have a limited amount of sulfur and I don't want to lose it all. So, sulfur dioxide would mix with water vapor. Guys, I don't think this is correct. Oxygen, sulfur dioxide creates sulfur dioxide. Wait, no. Sulfur dioxide, oxygen, then it creates trioxide. From the trioxide, we need to create sulfuric acid with a chemical infuser. That should go in. Guys, I think I missed a step and I think this is wrong. Chemical infuser. This did create trioxide. This water vapor? This is water vapor. No, this is correct. This is correct. This needs to come into here. It's a learning process at least. No, I'm not incorrect. I just need to now figure out how to make these work. We're gonna make these only one way, so we don't run anything backwards. I don't think that's gonna cause problems. And we're gonna take the same strategy. We're just gonna keep hitting things until something happens. Right side. So if we look at our left, gas is a square. So this is our gas, or this is our front. That is an input. That's our front. That's our right. Side config. Right is also an input. Right is set as an output. Input. Then this is back. And it should be an output. So that looks correct. Why can we not get water vapor in here? Chemical dissolution chamber. I think I needed a machine between these two. Alright, I've got to get in bed. Well, thanks for stopping by, Soren. I appreciate it. Have a good night. And hopefully your Twitch works tomorrow. That might explain why this isn't working. Water vapor goes into a chemical infuser. Oops. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, what's happening here? I do need 2 chemical infusers. I didn't read something wrong. How do we work around this? So, chemical dissolution chamber. Let's start from the beginning. We have isotropic centrifuge. That goes into chemical infuser. There should be... Wait. Chemical infuser. This should be a CDC. Wait a minute. No. This is different. I think I connected these wrong. No, okay. I think we're okay. This was a different chain. This was uranium into chemical oxidizer into the chemical infuser. So this should be hydrofluoric acid, and this is we're off by 1. Okay. We've already turned it all into sulfur dioxide. Good to know. What do we got here? Chemical dissolution chamber. So the CDC should be fluorite and sulfuric acid, which is why the steam's not coming in. Alright, we need one more gap here, I think. I think this needs to be pushed back. Water vapor. A chemical infuser. Sulfuric. So this needs to go into here. Let me do a little bit of mental math, because this needs to be readjusted slightly. CDC is correct. We have fluorite here, which comes into here. We should have a chemical infuser connected to it, which we technically have one here, but we would need to dump it, which I guess is an option. Sulfur trioxide. We need sulfuric acid going into here. So we need a second chemical infuser. You know what? I'm gonna fix my screen share while I'm looking at this. Play. One of these days, this will stop killing me. There we go. Okay. So, this stuff is set up. This is our problem. This should have one more spot between it. We have the fluorite in a chest, which is going into it. We need sulfuric acid. So water vapor and trifluoric acid needs to go on the other thing. We're just gonna pick it up. Be a pressurized pipe. We need a chemical infuser. What if we put one here, one here? I think that should work, right? I put one chemical infuser here. We're gonna make the front this side, just out of reference for later. Oh, infuser. Okay, so this should be outputting sulfuric acid. This one should get the water vapor. Take our tube. We figure out what side's what. Pressurized cable is square. Oh, I did have a little bit more universal cable back there. Pressurized is square. So our side config gases. This should be an output. I need to move this. One moment. We're gonna put that here. We need to make a reference because that one's got crap in it and I don't want to figure out how to empty it quite yet. That goes here. We have water vapor. This one goes here. And we will probably have to get the oxygen out. The water vapor. Wait a minute. No, because that one needs to go into this. So theoretically, I need to scoot this whole thing. If I want to keep it looking pretty. Ugh. Do we? Do we do the thing? We take this. No, we're gonna keep everything facing one direction to make this a little easier. That, like that. Put a universal cable down here. We're just gonna pull this. We'll fix this in a moment. There should be transport pipes. Is this the right one? Mechanical. Okay. Now, side config, we should take a fluid in on the left. And then we need to switch this to make gas. And we're going to output the fluid on the back. Or the gas. Back as an output. We take our chemical infuser. That here. From our pressure pipe. Is going to input. This should be dumping out into here. This should have a front gas input. So now we have water vapor coming in. Then we need this. Wait, do we need this? Chemical infuser 1. This is making sulfuric acid, and then we're gonna make hydrofluoric acid. Is there a way to dump these? I guess I could put something in it. Enjoy that I don't have handrails. Water vapor. Sulfur trioxide. So this needs to get scooted back. And the left should be an output. Okay. This requires oxygen. Requires oxygen and sulfur dioxide. Yeah, I think we're back on the ball. Pressurized tube. Fortunately, that does mean we have to route this to the correct spot. And we have gas input on the top. We now have oxygen coming in. Need the sulfur dioxide. Make sulfur trioxide. Why isn't this running? That's powered. Sulfur dioxide and oxygen make sulfur trioxide. This is oxygen, that's dioxide. I think what I had set up previously was just a chemical oxidizer and sulfur. I don't remember how specifically that was set up. We're gonna keep the same pattern. I need to stop doing that. If I remember correctly, this had sulfur in it, which pumped into sulfur dioxide, which is what made that. So that was a gas, yes. So our left needs to be a gas output. Our right needs to be a gas input. Okay. We test it. We'll grab sulfur. We're not going to use it all this time, in case I break something. I also might need to make some tanks. It looks like I might have to drain those resources. I don't know if there's an easy way to purge. Put that in here. This should create sulfur dioxide. That gets pumped into here and creates sulfur dioxide into this machine. We have oxygen. This is a infuser. This is the correct thing. Sulfur dioxide. So that should come into here. Our right side should be an input. It is. The side should be an output. Right side should be an input. Is it not counting as a gas? Top should be input. Orange. And blue output. I had sulfur dioxide in here, or sulfur trioxide. The question becomes, why does this no longer want to make it? Ah, I turned it off. That's creating sulfur dioxide. That creates sulfuric acid. Don't know if sulfuric acid is a liquid. So we're gonna set the back as an output. I enjoy the ability to plummet to my death at any given moment. Same, but HR won't allow you to say that in text because that leaves a paper trail. So if you do, you gotta make sure it stays vocal only. Pressurized, universal, mechanical. Mechanical's a liquid. See if it's a liquid? Sulfuric acid sounds like a liquid, right? Nope, it's a gas. Pressurized. So here we go to gases, and we're gonna make the back an output. That's now creating this stuff, whose name I would have to read because I don't remember. And that creates hydrofluoric acid. Then comes into here? Wait a minute. I don't think this is correct. I think this is supposed to go here. What if we just act like that didn't happen? We can act like this is on purpose. Check this out. We take our pressurized tube. We're gonna disconnect it so it stops pumping. Alright, we take our pressurized tube and we're gonna do something with it. Plug it in here. And hopefully this is the correct direction. So we go here, we do to gas eject. At the right. We're gonna set this so we can see it. I don't know if this is correct. We an output. That fills with gas. That should come into here. I think I set this backwards. I might just fix it since it hasn't taken anything in yet. Now, our right is an output. Our left is an input and our front is an input. And I set that for item and not gas. The front is an input. Right is an output, left is an input. So now we have hydrofluoric acid. And then this should be uranium oxide. Okay. This almost doesn't look like I made a mistake. And that's how I like to live my life. That should work. That's running. This is making vapor very slowly. We're running out of this stuff. We're gonna make some more. Because I just wasted a whole bunch. You can't fire me, I quit. Nox, that's what I wanted you to say, because I don't have to pay for benefits now. Checkmate. That's pumping into here, that's pumping into here. That's pumping here. So half of our chain is working. We don't have proper fuel yet. Both of you assume I got benefits. Well, I mean, there's like whatever it's called, severance, and then you gotta deal with like workers' compensation. You haven't gotten injured. What's the other thing? You have to like pay for unemployment if you fire. If an employer fires their employee in most states, if they've been working there for more than so many months, they have to pay for part of unemployment. I'm pretty sure. As long as it wasn't for like you doing very bad things. Okay. I don't like this, but it's gonna work. That's working. This could also be scooted, but you know, it's gonna look just as bad either way. This is working. This needs to be done differently, but we can come back to this. So I need to get uranium ingots. I don't know how. We're gonna look at uranium. Uranium ingot. Is there a mechanism? Regtech. Uranium ingot. There's a uranium essence. Melting. I smelt it? Wait, I have uranium. I just Just make it hot? Is that all I need to do? This isn't uranium. This is uranite. What if I put it back in? 1 second. We're gonna figure out what this becomes. Uranite. What do you craft into? What can I do with you? Block of uranite. Reactor hardened. Oh no, it's a different mod. Uranium ingot. Uranium dust. Look at our stuff. Where does one acquire uranium? Melting from dust. Or uranium ore. I haven't seen uranium ore. What if I tell the miner to mine it? Can I do that? Looks like uranium dust is an option, but I just don't see what it is from. I guess it's just mining? We're gonna do all the ores, and we're gonna see if Mr. Miner can find it. I imagine he mines whatever you tell him to, no matter what. Yes, but there's a range. Let's go over here. We're gonna reset and go to config, and we're gonna do mod IB all the ores. Is that what it was called? Save. Mechanism disabled. We go back. We start it. I think he's running, right? He's getting osmium, not intended, but that is an ore. We're gonna stop him. We really need uranium dust. Maybe it's just uranium dust when it comes out. So we're gonna reset this. We're gonna config new filter. We want just tag. I clicked A and it closed. R is closing my thing. Anium. That's how you spell uranium, right? Uranium. Oops. You can tell it to mine everything, but that's not ideal because I don't really need osmium. What about dirty uranium dust? Can I do something with that maybe? There's no recipes that use dirty uranium dust. Raw uranium. Accepts tag. Forge raw uranium / uranium. I don't know. I think it's looking for the block. But uranium ore. We're gonna make a little print screen here so I can see it. And then we're gonna tell him to mine it. Config, new filter. Item stack? Oh, that's just to input. I have to give it an item. Uranium ore. About... Holy balls, why do you do this to me, LSD? I know it was you. You're the only one that does that. Forge ores. Uranium? Oh, I can't. Wait, no, I could. Ores. Uranium. This is a very easy process. I'm so glad that I can do this. Okay, so we disable that. Tell it to run. We have power! Raw uranium! Guys, Steve, the original, is the real MVP. He's saving the entire mission. Long time no see, my soul's evaporated. Yeah, I was focused. Like, let's get our osmium and our fluorite. And we're gonna leave them on for a moment, and we're gonna go back. Rip my base. What do you mean, rip your base? He is not doing anything to your base. The nuclear reactor will. Okay, so we're gonna refine that. We're gonna put the fluorite away. We don't want uranite. That does absolutely nothing for me. Raw osmium. We're gonna put it here, and it's gonna get suctioned over here. Look at that. Look at that raw power. Creating all of our uranium dust and then smelting our uranium ore. Look at that. We have uranium ingots. From the uranium ingots, we can now create nuclear energy. We need to streamline the fuel process, but this will work. Oop, too far. So we go here. We enrich it, and we have no power. We didn't think this far. We put the wrong pipe down, guys. We're floundering. Is this a pole? Universal cable. That's running. So this is gonna create a yellow uranium cake. Don't eat it. It's very spicy. From here, we turn yellow uranium cake into uranium oxide. From here, it comes into here, and it creates something which I could not read. Uranium hexafluoride. From here, it comes into here. No, wait, something's not right here. What is happening? And we have the oxide. It's not being input into here. Left. Is this a liquid? Yes. Gas. Okay. Gas. Left side is an input. Okay. We have that. This will make uranium hexafluoride. From here, I think this is the front. I've made fatal mistakes designing the space. Why did I rotate things in directions which I could not remember? Guys, why do I do these to myself? I'm pretty sure these are both facing backwards. So, gases. This is a logistical transport pipe. I don't think I can use an item transport pipe on this. I think that's our problem. I think we need a pressurized tube. Because that will create this. And now we turn the hexafluoride into fissile fuel. And then from here, we have fuel. We're also going to take this, because we want this stored, our hydrogen. So we're going to put it maybe right here. And grab our pressure pipe and stick that right there. And then we're going to hope that was the right thing. Hydrogen's going in. That's what I like to see. This hydrogen can be converted to power, so we want that. Gases. Left is output 1. Beautiful. So now I won't run out of... Or I'll have a place to put this hydrogen. This hydrogen makes a decent amount of power. From here, we're going to go back to Steve, who has done the Lord's work and collected an entire stack of uranium. We're gonna stop him for a moment. I don't know how much power I have here. Do we run the nuclear reactor, guys? I think it'll run. We're gonna take this. And we're gonna put this right here. We now have fissile fuel, which should be putting into here. It did not go in. That's a good sign when things don't work as they're supposed to. Oh. I'll put waste. Put only. Doesn't say that fuel is going. I don't think this will do anything. Okay, we have a problem. The fuel no go in. And this is backwards. This should be... Wait, okay, well, do some quick calculations here. This should be going out that and in here, and this should be coming out. This should be pulling, and this should be pushing. Which we're just gonna leave it in normal. This one should be push. We'll just leave it in normal. It'll work. No, we have learning experience. Exactly. I actually am clueless to why this isn't working. Is there like a fuel port? Do I just stick it in the side? What if I just like... Okay, we have pressurized tube. What if we just... Wait a minute. This is a gas. There's no fissile fuel in the tube. Something is wrong with how we're connecting the tube to the tank. Pressurized pipe. This is correct. Pull the tube. We're pulling it. This should come out. We need to tell this to eject, I think. The top is going to be both an input-output. It is empty. We have put the fuel in. We have fuel. We run this for like 10 seconds. Temperature rising. We turn it off. Guys, something's wrong. I think. Wait, no, we have steam? What happened? Wait a minute. Whoa. This might have worked. This might be working. We have steam. The steam is going down. That means that the steam's being returned back. Was it working? We're gonna watch it closely and ensure that it does not enter a meltdown. The water tank is going down. That's not a sign that I like to see. But it's going back up. What's happening here? Steam input. This is getting power. It says it was running. Oh, it's spinning. Okay. We can turn off the power, but this is set really low so it doesn't explode. The steam is coming in. I don't know if the steam is coming out. We're going to double check that real quick. That should be pull. So that was wrong. And that's also pull. That's correct. Okay. We also have an infinite water source on this so that it will always be pumping water in. I think that should just work. We're gonna run this for a little while and see what happens. We're going to keep our eyes peeled and ensure this water does not go down too low. If the water hits 0, our temperature goes up. And if the temperature goes up, we explode. So far so good. We have power coming out. I don't know how much. We are generating 7 kilojoules. To put that in perspective, my windmill right now is like 70. We also might have an issue of... No, it's generating. So this is still looking good. We're gonna turn this off for a moment. We're gonna now turn up the rate of power generation to 1. Is this a bad idea? Maybe. Look at that, just sucking down that water. Guys, I don't like that. We're turning it back down. Where is the water going? The water should come back out. Look at this bad boy generating power. This makes me so happy that we're at least generating power. Something is critically flawed. This is going to explode if I run it. But it's working. Let's see what chat has to say. Okay, our water's back. What if we just YOLO? Guys, what has ever gone wrong? Let's do half. Can we just activate it? Theoretically, the water's supposed to be a closed loop. But why is it coming out? What is happening? Why is my steam not coming back? We have nuclear waste! But it's not coming out. I have this backwards. I'm really bad with these. Change to pull.
Jump scare.
Damn, you got me. Push. Pull. None. Normal. Mechanical pipe. Is nuclear waste a gas? I feel like mechanical pipe would be for liquid. That's outputting waste. But we definitely don't have waste. So this is a mechanical pipe. I guess we'll try a pressurized one. I don't have pressurized pipe. Let's see if we can figure out why this isn't putting steam back. Something is wrong here. None. Normal. Push. Pull. But this is pulling water out. I think this should pull steam from it. The real jump scare is how close your base was being blown away in just a few short seconds. This is under control. I am an engineer. So do I just have to wait for the steam? Maybe what's happening is while this is running, we're filling this up with steam, and so it's going to go down. And then what's going to happen is when the steam starts coming back, it'll fill back up. So if we run this low, eventually the steam should build up, right? The steam's not building up. Can I set the speed without stopping it? Put this to 1. Feeling bold. I'm not feeling bold. It's going back up. The steam is in there. It's generating electricity slower than I'd prefer, but it is still generating electricity. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Water will not be recycled. But this does have water in it. This is filling up. This is generating. So the things I need to be aware of is if I run out of fuel, this will overheat. If I run out of water, this will overheat. What else was there? And if I run out of power output, this will stop outputting steam, and the pressure will make this explode. We have nuclear waste. This seems to be working. Put it to 5? 5 too much. 0.2? It's still going up. So theoretically, this should bring water back. What if I put a water tank in it? Because this should be returning water. And that's only set to output. I mean, it's increasing. We have power out. This can make a maximum production of 3.7 megajoules. So we're nowhere near the limit. And we're even storing power. We can probably turn this back on. We're just gonna keep a close eye on. We're gonna try and understand, because the water should come back. Based on my understanding, unless I just need to make a really big tank. It's not looking like it's coming back though. This is full of air. Is this a gas return? Am I using the wrong pipe? This should be... It should be a water coming out, right? Because this is steam. And we definitely have steam going in. We have a capacity of steam in here of 1,700,000. We're running out of fuel. We might have to shut this down. What happens if I disconnect it? We're gonna grab our cobble. And we're gonna disconnect the sink. Would a tank differ from an infinite water source? Theoretically, it might supply water faster. Because we can see it's not going down. Make it run faster. We're still holding water. We gotta be careful because our fuel. But we can see it's going. No, I mean it's not really coming up that fast. We're gonna slow this down. And so it's coming back. So it is a closed loop. The water does return. I think I don't have enough water to run this quickly. If we stop this, it should all return. So maybe what I need is like a water storage between the two, or just a bigger fission reaction chamber. Because this also has a quantity of water in it. If there's a bigger quantity, it'll go down slower. Because we can see it's filled back up. This has 100 megajoules. What's in a battery? My battery contains, I think, 64. So this reactor has twice as much power than my entire base's battery. This isn't working. We have a bunch of fissile fuel. We can just take this and plop it down here. But what we need to do is we need to empty the radioactive waste, and we need to put it somewhere without picking up the barrel. So I think I need pressurized tube. We're gonna try something. What if we take this? We're gonna pull it back 1, 2. Put it here. We're gonna put a tank of water, which I have so conveniently found in my inventory, here. Push, pull. And we're gonna tell it to pull water out. Then we're gonna get another mechanical pipe. Put water in. And so theoretically, I think this will dump water faster, but it's only 30 mega or MB, and this is 3.6 million. So this is not a very big tank. Mechanical prey. Do I have pressurized tube? I think maybe this is counted as a gas. Nuclear waste is counted as a gas, I guess? Since it looks like it's in a chemical tank. What if I just put it in a chemical tank? Will it kill me? This kind of spooks me out, because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to put it in a barrel. Let's grab some pressurized tube and see. We'll also refine the uranium. What if the tube isn't good enough? What if the flow rate on my tube is too low? Because this is a lot of liquid, and I don't know that it can even support it. Okay. We're gonna use a better tube, and we're gonna hope that is what we're missing. Let's grab our uranium and our sulfur. Oh, we have sulfur. Cool. What was the other thing? Fluorite? Floor. I think I need to make that into a powder. If I remember correctly, something in here made that a powder. There we go. Okay. What if our limiting factor is the pipe? First things first, let's grab our basic pipe. Oh, that's not what we want. We're gonna disconnect that. And we're going to probably disconnect that as well. I do not want that to connect. Should be a pole. So that did... Oh, no, we have nuclear waste. Okay. We have nuclear waste in a barrel. So that's empty. It is considered a liquid. And we put the pressurized tube here. And that should be an input. We're going to disconnect both of these. Just as a double check to make sure this never connects. Because nuclear waste will kill me. And we're going to grab our ultimate pipe. I used pressurized and it's water. One moment. What was the chemical oxidizer using? Sulfur. This was sulfur. This required this, but refined. This one was uranium. I just used so much money to make a very expensive pipe that I will never use. I think that cost me multiple diamonds. Huh. That's a big oopsie. What do we got? Logical pipe, or logistical I don't need. Do I already have pressurized? Yeah. So not pressurized, we need mechanical. Mechanical is a liquid. And mechanical pipe means buckets? Oh no, I think I'm running low on steel. Okay, steel was coal. I need to clear my inventory really bad. It was coal and it was iron, which I'm also running low on. I'm trying to remember. I think I just enrich it twice. Take these. And if I remember correctly, it's steel. We gotta refine these. Actually, we're gonna do coal first. We need to run iron with coal twice to make steel powder. Three. I need 8. Six. So 2 more. That will get me through that stack, and then I need another 8. If I upgrade this so it runs faster. put them in here. Am I wrong? No, we're right. Okay. Now we just dump them all down here. We're gonna finish what we were doing here before we continue the rest of that pile of coal. Also, why did I hear a chicken egg? Like that, we stick it over here. Fall into a hole. Doesn't this make you want to play with a mechanism? I put the dust into the box that goes into the box. Huh. One more try. One confusing system at a time, but it'll be amazing. I'll have so much power. Alright, we put that here. Fall into the hole again. I'm questioning why I designed a hole that goes sideways first. At first, when I was designing space, I was like, you know, I'll have like a walkway down the middle, and then you'll have like a stairway here. But the more I live with the base, the less I like having a stairway here. Maybe I'll replace it with an elevator. We have steel now. We can make our pipe. Bunch more pipe. I think that's enough. I think 8 is all I need, but we're gonna make just a little bit more. Be very safe. Here, we make the rest of the steel. Oh, come in. Do you pronounce that Noswall? Noswall? We are trying to understand why our fission reactor wants to explode. It's an exciting time. We'll make the rest of that coal. Okay, back down to the reactor. We're gonna see if maybe the pipe is the problem. Noswall, okay. Aside from it being a reactor. Okay, so we got this. We need ultimate pipe. We run it through here into here. We're gonna take this. We're gonna make sure this only pulls and never pushes. Look at how much water it's siphoning. This should be a pull. And that should also be a pull. So this will only let water out. It will never let water in. The tube also holds a lot of water. So, we need fissile fuel. Did that do the thing? Oh, I filled it up. Noted. We're gonna put this back. That's a lot of fuel. We've run this. So far, so good. We're gonna turn this up. 0.5. This should be a problem. This is not a problem. It's a little bit of a problem. We have faith. It'll fill back up, right? It's not filling up, guys. We're gonna... Wait a minute. Wait. No, we're turning it down. Okay. Okay, so we're safe for now. Why is this not refilling? Do I need to wait for this tube to fill? It's actually full of air. That's scary. We've gone through all the water. What if we just turn it off for a moment? Because this is unable to pump water fast enough. Is there a better liquid coolant? Maybe? The issue is that my water's turning into steam too quickly. And we can't run this without water. If I run out of water, it'll overheat, and then bad things happen. So, my thought was, we just give it better pipe. Because theoretically, how is this supposed to work? Let me undo this wall of ugly. How this works is this creates steam. Steam gets pumped into the whatever this is, a turbine. It goes through here, and then it turns back into water, and it should be a loop. It should just keep running back and forth. However, that doesn't seem to be the case. I don't know if I have to, like, spin it up slowly. Okay, so 0.3, we're still doing good, but we are dropping water. The pipe between the sink and the tank is also basic pipe. You are correct. That might be a good thing to stop. Let me put this back down. That's refilling. I don't know how fast a sink pumps water. That's good. Okay, we got a lot of water there. I'm gonna put this here. You might be onto something. This might fix all of our problems. That pumps it out so much faster. Okay. Now we're turning this up. We're gonna point this to 0.5. We're gonna watch this tube. This tube is staying full. That is amazing. Even our tank is staying full. That tank is worthless because everything holds more than the tank, including the tube the tank is attached to. No, you're okay. Honestly, that actually might have fixed everything. We're pumping up to 1. I think it's fixed. I think you fixed it. Dude, thank you. So now we're generating steam. The steam is building up. If the steam goes too far, this explodes. That's also concerning. I do need the better pressurized pipe now. Give me a moment. We cannot let this explode. Let me grab the pipe. You know what? That wasn't a waste of resources, although I made 60 ultimate pressured pipe. I did inevitably need 1. So pressured pipe, that's air, right? Yeah. Problem solved, new problem created. I mean, we're doing better. It's staying online longer. Pressurized tube. We take this. How's this doing? If I disconnect this, do we cause problems? No, we're good so far. I don't need to do this. It just pleases me on a different level. Okay, so now we have way better pressurized pipe. Now we activate this and we run it at full speed. No steam buildup. This is now pumping steam. Wait, is that why the water was going away? Was the steam not even making it to the turbine? Okay, so now our turbine is running at 70 kilojoules. This is still doing good. Temperature stable. Water stable. Everything is perfect. We do have to be careful because we're going to run out of power eventually, and when this fills up, we're going to have a problem. I could technically dump excess steam, but it doesn't look like our condensers are going to have that issue. I will probably set it to dump excess. There we go. That way, if this doesn't explode, because if this hits 100% steam, it will explode. That is 71 kilojoules. We can do better than this. 71 kilojoules is weak. I say that, and I think that's like 100 times my current power production. We're gonna turn this back down for a moment, because I cannot use the power. Look at all that uranium. Okay, this was actually like the best thing we could have gotten. Something about the purring of the fission reactor just pleases me on a different level. Dude, Steve is the MVP. I thought he was gonna be worthless in my basement. Turns out he was the key to nuclear all along. Okay, we're gonna turn this off. It's working. That tank does absolutely nothing though. Let's go here. Let's stick our uranium in here. Let's go here. I think this was fluorite. Yeah. I do need to make this process a little more seamless. I think I can do this. I think I can make fluorite without pumping it in. No, I cannot. This generates that. What if? How big does this need to be? So I want to make this bigger. I'm thinking the inside should be 3 by 3. 3, 4. So I think it needs to be a 5 by 5. 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm gonna make this a 5 by 5. We need to do something about nuclear waste. So we will put that somewhere. Let's see. This can work. This can and it will work. Let's do something about this awful cable. We can wait that. We need to pump this somewhere else. Let's grab another nuclear waste barrel and put it out of the way. I've been told, I don't know if this is the case, if I break this, nuclear waste comes out and I die. So to prevent that, we're going to be treating this nuclear waste with the utmost in delicacy. We're going to pump it underneath of LSD's base. And we're gonna forget it exists. Where do I run this? I just like stick it over here. This counts as a liquid. Wait, is it solid? Is it a gas and then a liquid? How does this work? If this is a... Oh, it wants a liquid pipe. Maybe? Oh, I understand now. It does want a pressurized pipe. I just need to tell it to send it. So, from here... What did that do? Why did it blow a little bit? What do I do with this? What if I turn this around? Okay. Pressurized. We can get it back out. It must go on the top, I guess. Oh, oops. This is empty, this is empty. Okay, so all of our nuclear waste is no longer in this barrel. If I break this, can I pull the fuel out? Am I about to waste a bunch of nuclear fuel? I might just run this. We have a bunch of fuel. What if I make a new reactor core elsewhere? And I just connect it. That might be easier. Let's do a little thing. Actually, if I break it, does it come back? Where do I put a second core at? Do I just stick it here? 2, 3, 4. I can make it right here in the wall a little bit. Could also possibly make it this way. I think we could. 5 by 5. I don't think it has to be tall. I think this just has to be wide. I might actually double check that. We have glass on us? Yes. Well, there's a lot of other things. Wait a minute, I have better pressurized tube. This is ultimate at 120. I have elite. I think is better. No. Ultimate is the best. Never mind. Okay, nuclear reactor, we'll put it right here. We're gonna take a large mine and some torches. Clear this out. That here, and then how much space do we have to work with? I just open this up. Let me make a new pickaxe. I guess I could use this one. It's not the end of the world if I break it. I'd rather not, because right now refined obsidian's kind of valuable. I can make it, but I cannot make it fast. This should fit our housing. So let's make our new fusion reactor base. Make a bunch of casings. Back up. How many do we need? Do we count, or do we just make a big number and hope for the best? What was that sound? I think that beehive is messing with me. At mechanism... Fission reactor casing. We need a lot of this, which means we need a lot of lead. We have a lot of lead. We need a lot of steel, it would appear. Ooh, yeah, let's make more steel. We might need to tell our friend in the basement to make new materials. Do I run a pipe up here to add it to the crafting grid? You know, maybe that's what I'll do with tonight. I technically do have the fission power working. What if I refine it? No, maybe I'll stop this process and we'll do the nuclear waste. That'll be our final project for tonight. So if I get an isotropic centrifuge, I can turn it into plutonium. So... that. Take our... We don't need any super pressurized pipe right now. You need mechanical, though. Oh, thanks for the follow, Noswall. I appreciate it. So let's refine this. We're gonna... How much wall do I have left? None. Cool. We'll put it here for right now as a temporary measure. And we'll pump our nuclear waste into it so that hopefully we can get the process started for refining. Which we need that. There we go. Take that, and then we take our tube. We're gonna set this as an input. We de-equipped my torch. Okay, so that's a push. Okay, so we should be good on that. Pressurized tube, we stick this here. I would like to walk under it, so it's gonna go a little bit higher. That should come in here. And then this should be... That's empty. Oh, that's cool. We'll do a pull. That should push it out. And that should let me bring it into here. And then this is the front. The gas is our front is going to be an input. That creates plutonium. I don't know... Wait a minute. Plutonium... Not decay inside of a waste barrel. I might need a barrel. Does it decay in here? I have none left. I guess we're gonna steal this barrel. And we're gonna put it right here. We'll grab our pressurized tube, wherever we just put it. I thought my base had just exploded. Do I have any? Oh my god, I just like died on the inside. I was like, I've done this for 10 years and you're telling me I blew it up? Well, that's a faster way to get up. Oh, okay. Did I run out of pressurized tube? I might have. Pressurized. Where did I put you? Where did that just go? Am I blind? Oh, I put it over here. I forgot I had the crafting table open. Pressurized tube. I have two. There should be a pull. And so the right side should be an output? Yes. No. Gas output? Yes. Okay. So now we have... Now we have plutonium. What I should do is leave this as a normal, because I think it'll allow it to go in as storage, but it'll also take it out. And then we're also going to raise this up so it's not on my head. Put that there. Cool. So now, we turn our waste into plutonium. And then from plutonium, we can make that into cooler things. I don't know how to do anything with plutonium yet, though. Plutonium. Is it red? But we have radioactive... We have nuclear waste. At which we turn into plutonium. And then we mix water and plutonium in a pressurized reaction chamber with fluoride dust to become a pellet. But we need water. I do technically have water, if I'm willing to steal it. Should I be stealing water? That sounds like a question for later me. I need a mechanical pipe. Where are they? I'm not using ultimate mechanical pipe to pump water to this machine. We're just gonna run it down here real quick. Ask questions later. Logistic. Mechanical. So this sink how do we want to go about this? You know, we're gonna run it all the way over. And then we'll figure out the rest in a second. Unfortunately, that does mean that this needs to go back into the machine. So we're gonna pull that out and we're gonna stick that right back inside by telling it to input. Does that work? I gotta set it to the other thing, 1 second. Gas. Input. We tell this. Push it. Please? Let me stick it back inside, please. The gas, right? Pressurized tube. And that's the right side. I might not be able to stick it back in. You know, that's okay. It's possible that when I pick this up, I don't die. And that's kind of what we're hoping for. We have water. We need to take our nuclear waste. We need to get a pressurized reaction chamber. And then we gotta make the thing. Chamber. 2 fuel tanks. Like that. Let's grab our fluorite, whatever it's called. And I think we just enriched it, right? There we go. Did I need anything fancy or is it just fluorite dust? Just fluorite dust. Cool. Yeah, about chicken feathers, I don't have chickens. I actually haven't had livestock in this game yet. This is... Wow, we have a lot of fizzle fuel. Okay, when we break this, do we die? We do. Guys? Guys? I've made a mistake! How does this work? Huh. We're not dying fast. We are dying, though. Did I get my nuclear barrel back? I did. What if we just act like that didn't happen? And we just continue on. This is the OSHA way. Pressurized reaction chamber. We take this. And that brings our plutonium in. We grab our mechanical pipe. That brings our water in. Then we grab our thing. We act like this never happened. And what does this create? Pellets. And spent nuclear waste. Huh. What do we do with spent nuclear waste? Nothing. So, I guess we're just gonna put the nuclear waste in the corner. We treat it with the pressurized tube still. What if we just pull a Chernobyl and say this was all according to plan? We wanted this to happen. It was a scheduled test. So right side is a blue output, which I think is correct. Then what we need is our logistics pipe. And we just stick it in a box? Wait, are we in peaceful? Oh no. I don't... Maybe we might... Are we in difficulty? We're on easy. Someone turned it back down to easy. So. The front could be an output or something. Fluids, gases? What exactly does it count as? Oh, this is items, so front is an output. That should let that come out. I'm staying alive. I have an eternal steak, which is feeding me infinitely and keeping me alive. It's my life support as I radiate slowly. What do I do with this? How far does this radioactivity go? Did I safely make my base far enough away? We're gonna turn this back on. Full capacity. We have our steam. I'm actually not even interested in power at the moment. Our end goal is to run this waste into here and make other things. Oh, we needed to put the fluorite dust in here. It should work right. It was accepting, so I think it should be okay. We'll have a bunch of fissile fuel in here. This... That might be only alive because we're on easy. I want to keep setting it lower. I wonder if the game... What if the server resets to easy? Maybe that's just the default difficulty. We have nuclear waste. We have a pretty good amount of it. We're going to output it from here. That goes into here. How much do we need? I'll pick up a plutonium nuclear waste tank. Plutonium, I don't think is nuclear waste, is it? I assume it's refined. I actually don't understand how that works. We don't have power, so this is not gonna work. But I am still hanging on. What do I need? This should be a complete reaction. I just need plutonium. I don't know if the plutonium decays in here. Radioactive. How do I make it unradioactive? That's the real question. How's our reactor doing? Reactor is still doing a-okay. Still have our power output, and we are slowly saving up our 3.6 gigajoules. With the plutonium pellet, what can I do? Fissile fragments. I think fissile fragments can be turned back into fuel. There's something else I can do with this, right? Or am I making the wrong thing? Mechanism. Boot? No, this does take plutonium pellets. Oh wait, is this not a plutonium pellet? Wait, it's a different plutonium pellet. Plutonium polylium. What is the difference? What is this? This is aluminium and fluorite. Still surviving. If I stop this, that should be building up. Does that decay? It's not looking like it. I'm strong. I mean, I'm the most cancerous man alive at this point. But I appreciate the vote of confidence. Input. Everything's golden from that side. Just want to make sure none of this explodes while we're waiting. Do I need like 1,000 to make a plutonium pellet? Plutonium. What is the difference? Plutonium pellet. What is the other thing? So this is plutonium and fluorite. What is a polytonium? Polytonium also comes from nuclear waste. And a solar neutron activator. I might be doing the wrong process here. That's an oopsie on my part. We're gonna turn this off for just a moment. Seems like your hunger's depleting faster and faster. You might be onto something here. Let me stand outside. I gotta take a cigarette break. How radioactive is this area? Did the wall protect me? Oh no. How far does this radioactivity go? Is it around me? How are we doing? We no longer radioactive. When does this go away? This might be something I'll have to figure out after stream. I think I'm outside the range. This might be a problem. 1 second. What would it be under? Would it be called nuclear fallout? Radiation. We're gonna do a quick little read here. Lingering damage attack until either the player dies or survives long enough for the radiation level to decay to safe levels. Radiation amounts are by a dose meter. The baseline environmental is this, and it's not harmful. And it'll be green tint to the player screen. I don't see a green tint anymore. It takes more damage more frequently. Green changes from green to blue as it goes off by default. 80 blocks in all directions reconfigured. The blocks between doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. My screen is looking a little bit on the blue side. We're gonna do something because I had no way to know this was gonna be a problem. Radiation, remove all. Okay. The world is no longer radioactive. We have learned from our mistakes. We will, oh, I'm gonna die. I thought it was only the nuclear waste that would be a problem. Oh. Okay. I am going to end stream there though, because it is 11 o'clock. I do need to go to bed. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Good night. And thanks for stopping by, everyone.